Welcome, little friends. It's Miss Gisa, and today I have a special guest. Her name is Nia Hens, and she is a teacher as well as an author. Welcome, Nia.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for joining us today to tell us a little bit about yourself and about your new book.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, Nia wrote a book about Vice President Kamala Harris, and she's going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, Nia, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am originally from Arkansas. I know most people don't even know much about Arkansas. It's a very natural state, lots of trees, lots of green, very pretty. But now I reside in the Lone Star State. I live in Texas and
Mhm.
I work with children every day, helping them to read better. And so that is what I went to school for, to teach reading, and that is what I do. And so recently I wanted to do one of my dreams, and that was to write a book. And so that's why we're here today, the book that I wrote.
That is amazing. So, how long has it been since you wanted to write the book? Since you were little, or
Yeah, little. When I was a kid, I started out with poetry, and
okay.
then I went into writing my writing stories. I would write stories in middle school and pass them out to my friends, and it was kind of like a soap opera in book form. And they would all be like, "When is the next one coming out?"
That is so great.
And so it kind of went from there. As I got
Okay.
older, it kind of transit. I kind of wanted to do like a novel or a children's book, and it kind of, with my career, it kind of went into children's books.
Right. So this is your first, this book about Vice President Kamala Harris is your first children's book.
Yes, that's correct.
And what inspired you to write about Kamala?
Well, when it first came out that she was going to be on the ticket for the Democrats, it was kind of a big deal, that a woman and also a woman of color to be
Right.
in such, a big high office position. And
Yeah.
for her to make it, it was just like unreal. So it was basically history in the making. So
Yes.
I kind of wanted to be a part of it some small way. So I definitely was inspired by her with all that she achieved. And, even if it's, don't want to get into politics, but even with if your politics, it's a big step for women. So
Yes.
women and women of color, no matter what your politics are.
It's absolutely true. Definitely she made history with
Yes,
being on the ticket and then now
and
being vice
that
president.
being vice president. So we've never had anything like that before. So I was super excited and amazed that she made that happen.
So did you wait until she became vice president officially, or did you start writing the book before and then have to kind of um, revise the story because you weren't sure whether she was going to win or not?
I started it before because I thought, if she does win, then you need to have it in the making.
Right.
But even if she didn't win, just for her being in that position
Yeah.
was still history.
Huge. Yeah,
So I started
definitely.
on it. I didn't get very far, but I did start on it before.
That is wonderful. And what are some children's books that inspired you? Did you have a favorite book or books growing up?
When people ask me my favorite, I always freeze up because I can't pick one favorite.
I'm the
So
same. I'm the same.
I did have an author that I was very, very fond of when I was in elementary school, and that was Beverly Clary. For
Uh-huh.
some reason, our library had tons of her books, and
Yes.
so those are the ones that caught my attention, and I read probably every one that they had. So the Ramona, the Henry and Ribsy, and
Yeah.
the Mouse and the Motorcycle. So I would read those series. So I was pretty fond of her.
Yes. Yeah. It definitely the author of our generation, I would say.
Yeah, so I was so
Yeah.
sad to hear that we lost her,
Yeah.
not just recently.
Yeah. Yeah, but her books and her legacy will definitely live on, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, because they had they're pretty old books, and they had a revival, and with the movies and all of that. So yes, I really enjoyed that. I was really fond of Ramona, as a kid with all of her shenanigans.
Good word. Shenanigans would be right.
I kind of more identify with the sister because I have a little sister that would bug me. So I didn't identify more with Beezus, but I enjoyed Ramona as well.
Yeah, great books. So, for a lot of kids, writing is really challenging. And so I wondered, is there part of the writing process that's challenging for you?
I would say two things. Sometimes trying to find an idea. Sometimes ideas come easily, sometimes they don't. So when
Mhm.
they don't come easily, that can be challenging when you want to be creative and it's not flowing. But I would
Right.
say the most challenging part is the editing process because I don't want to cut anything, but you sometimes have to cut things to make it make sense or to be in the right word count or I have people to read it and they make suggestions and I'm like, no, I'm not going to take that out.
I think a lot of kids and adults could identify with that for sure.
So that's the part I need to be more mindful and try to take more things out and stop trying to keep everything. So
Yes. Yeah.
that's hard for me.
Thanks for sharing that. That I think a lot of that would really resonate with a lot of us. Um, Tell us something that is maybe unique or something that most people don't know about you.
Oh, can I give a shocker?
Yes, please do.
Most people are shocked when I tell them I do not like birthday cake. I don't really like cake at all.
That is shocking. There are not many people that don't like desserts and sweets, right?
So yes, so if I have my birthday cake, I'll eat some to be polite, but I don't really want it. So there's that.
So, for your birthday, what do you have instead of cake?
I like pie and
Lo-
I like cheesecake. So I
Mhm.
guess it's really more of a pie, but I guess it's called cake. So I like
Yeah.
cheese.
Okay. Yeah, my husband's definitely with you on that. He'll take a good pie over a cake any day.
Yes.
I'll take either one.
Yes, I really the only cake I will eat if it's like a very specialty cake,
Okay.
um, pound cake or
Okay.
strawberry, which most people just have regular yellow or white, and
Or chocolate.
that's a hard pass on all of
Yeah.
those. Also, not that fond of chocolate, so another shocker.
Right, that is.
What's
Wow.
wrong with you? I really like a lot of the things that people like a lot.
Mm,
I don't. Pepperoni, not at all.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little weird. I guess will be the thing that I would share.
I love it. What do you want to tell children or adults who may want to write a book?
I would say do it. Go ahead. What are you waiting for? No, it can seem intimidating, but there are so many articles, blogs, YouTube videos, courses, things that you can find out about how to do it. But the most thing is just getting out of your head and getting started. It's
Yeah,
not as scary as you think. I would say go for it. And you get stuck, there's lots of help online. Just keep going. Don't let your mind stop you from doing it.
I love that advice. It's so true. We are often the obstacle, right, to our
Yeah.
own success.
Yes, I definitely was one of my obstacles. I was my own worst enemy with that. So I wish I would have done it a lot sooner. And that's what most people say that why did I take so long? I should have done it. So
Yeah,
don't let that be you. Just go ahead and get started, And some people worry about, well, what if it's not good? Well, you have to start from somewhere.
Right.
And if it's not good, guess what? The next one will be better.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of getting started, this is your first story, but
Yeah,
you are already in the process of writing your next book. Would you like
I
to tell us
am.
a little bit about that?
Yes, I figured you can't have Kamala without Joe. So I'm writing the next one about our president, Joe Biden,
Great.
so they can go together as a pair.
I love it.
And I also have another book that is actually a book that I had written years ago, and I'm dusting it off and trying to get that done. And it's a math story
Ooh.
about an alligator. So
Oh.
trying to get that happening.
All right. All right. Well, Nia, you'll be back to talk about those books once they are published, I hope.
Oh, absolutely. If you'll
Okay.
have me, I would love
Oh,
to come back.
absolutely. We'll have you for every story that you write. We'd
Oh,
love
that's
that.
amazing.
We'd love that. So tell us, where can we buy your book on Kamala Harris?
Oh, you can find my book. Actually, you can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Barnes and Noble. You can find it on Audible. You can
Okay.
find it actually, even if you search YouTube, you can find it. So,
Great, great. Well, I will in the notes below link up all the places you can find both you, Nia, and your wonderful book. And then kiddos, you can listen to me reading the book. Thank you for giving me the copy and permission, Nia. You can hear it today as well on YouTube. So, Nia, it was just such a joy to have you on today. Thank you for telling us about your story and a little bit about your life and your process. And we hope to see you again soon.
no, thank you for having me. I enjoyed coming on here.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, friends, we'll see you again soon. And don't forget to listen to the Kamala Harris story written by Nia Hens. Bye. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like and subscribe to support our channel.